Hey guys, welcome back to Tokyo's walkthrough of ZOIDS Legacy. Yesterday we just met Blue Unicorn, although they never released it. They do say it later, so spoilers. But before we get too much into the video, I can pause it. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, otherwise so you can get more notifications of when I upload. I am currently taking a hiatus from streaming. I'm planning on doing an update video, of a live update video for that tonight to explain why. But yeah, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to take a hiatus from YouTubing and social media for a while. I'll be there, I just won't be active as much. So today we're going to go with Dr. T, and it looks like they're talking about the ruin. About some rocks. Oh, these are. Where did you get these? Yeah, talking about northern excavation ruins, where there's some lights. We've got Zan and we've got everybody else. And we get pulses is awesome. And now pulses level 2. Yeah, one of the most interesting features I find out about this game is the fact that Pulse, who is your organoid, will routinely level up with you throughout the series, and you can do it as many times as you want during the end game, because after that you get to you see it. Talk about the light. I can't even be distracted. What's awesome though is when that light collapses, you'll be able to get any Zoid data from throughout the game. So if you wanted the Death Meteor or the Death Sora, excuse me, data, there you go in there and you get it. Rev Raptors and a command. Friendship! What actually we're going to do is invade Pulse. Sweet. Oh, yeah, that works. Had a bit of my nose just annoying me. Chio! Oh, you just took out the command walker with this song. Oh, excuse me. Oh, righty then, let's see. I'm gonna use a beam cannon. And the Saber Fang, by the way, was built to counteract the, shield, not the shield Lager when it came out, but the, yeah, no, the shield Lager, when it was unveiled, didn't it? And then they upgraded it to the Shield Lager Mark II, which you don't see in the game. Actually quite a few Zoids you don't see in the game. I mean, there are over 200 different unique species of them, and this game is set between Zoids Saga 1 and 2, and well, set between New Century Zero and Chaotic Century Guardian Force, and just starts delving into the third series, Fuses. Yeah. The third game delves heavily into Fuses, and the other two, and well, the other three, and then Genesis, or not Genesis, the last one is, it's Genesis. I love this music for the bear, guys. I'm gonna have to find it and use it for something. And now they're talking about transferring Leviathan. It's not Leviathan. This is not in this Leviathan. Or Levita. So I'm just gonna go Leviathan with Juno. Well, the one thing they don't actually say throughout the series is what Juno is, because I thought the first time I played it she was a robot. But no, she's actually an ancient Zoidian. She's one of 4 in the Zoid series now. Because first of all, you've got Fiona, then you've got Hiltz and Reese, and then I think Raven is one. You never really explored it. Oh sweet, like Ramos now. Oh yep, I know what the spiders. Block fusion tests. Yep. Basically got the command thing, and now we've got to just do one thing. Actually, we're going to give Zan a new Zoid. So, one thing I do want to talk about is the relationship the main character, who is Zedu, has with everyone. And that is never really touched upon. I can make a blue confuses one. Okay. Zan and him actually are quite good friends. Throughout the series, they formed quite a good friendship, which is awesome. There he is, like Ramos, which is fantastic. I'm gonna give this to Zan. Everybody else just learns and just deals with them. Which is weird. For my character, he actually gets rather annoyed at Zeno, for one thing. I'm gonna talk a bit about Duncan here. Duncan is an Earthling whose original backstory is he came to, Planet Z from Earth because, well, his father was a quite nasty tycoon. Duncan's father in the series actually, was a nasty individual, and Duncan didn't really like this, so Duncan was outspoken from day one against his father. Excuse me, really? Anyway, this is actually meant to be Zero. I've just named it Duncan because Duncan's actually a lot different to Zero. Duncan's in his mid-20s, whereas Zero, canonically, is actually 16. We can check that out in a moment. So, let's see, we got large EM cannon. Duncan actually, officially Duncan came to the planet with a scientist. Unfortunately for Duncan, the scientist's daughter would hate it and would run off a lot, and so Duncan would end up spending a lot of time trying to get her back. To the camp, which to a lot of people was actually pointless because it was stupid. And she would keep running off because she wanted to go and do things on her own. Unfortunately, for one day, a bandit camp had learnt of these newcomers and had decided that, well, they were going to have a bit of fun. What do I mean? When Duncan had to go get the girl a 5th time, the bandits had noted that he was the only one of notable military expertise. Duncan had actually served 2 years in the ZOID military. Yeah, they talk about. Anyway, when Duncan and the girl heard screaming, they ran back to the camp and found it basically being attacked. Because, well, the scientists had unearthed a very unique organoid that they had called Pulse. Oh, not Pulse, Eclipse. Now, Eclipse was unlike Pulse and the others, not a carnivorous-based dinosaur organoid. In fact, he was actually a herbivorous one. And because of this, yeah. And because of this led to them nearly being found, and, well, someone deciding that they would make good kills. They were about to be killed if not for the intervention of a quite massive Zoid, and I do mean quite massive. Out of the woods exited a green Genosaur. Now, Genosaurs weren't actually all that common anymore. Ever since the disaster. So seeing one in the flesh was quite rare for everyone present. The Genosaur took one look at what was happening, and it decided that it was not going to allow this, and attacked the bandits. Well, it's beam cannons and charged particle cannons. It saved 2 people, and that was Duncan and Jeanette, who was the daughter of the scientist, Albert. Albert unfortunately died whilst being cradled by Duncan, and well, the bandits made off with quite a bit of tech. Jeanette and would eventually die as well. She ran off into the woods, and Duncan only heard her scream as she was killed by a quite nasty woman. Mainly because the woman was working with the bandits. Oh, look. Where am I? Oh, jeez. Oh, you're Rottiger! Or Republic's Blue Unicorn. See? Blue Unicorn and Rottiger. What weird. The formidable Fuser Dragon, which is awesome because if you have it all of the same colours like that, they will turn into purple. Anyway. Duncan teaming up with the Green Genus, or now fully admitting Duncan was its pilot, would travel with Duncan and Pulse, with eventually taking up these bandits. Eventually they would arrive in New Helix City, a rebuilt city on the top of the old remains of Helix City, the former Republic capital. Because of this, well, excuse me. Duncan would eventually be there for a few days, and then he would get noticed by a black individual. Well, a black man. Oh my god, sugarcoat. This black man, his name was Jackson, and he was a Gustav driver and had been for several years, and ran a crew of 4. Anyway, Jackson would end up befriending Duncan, and he would offer him a lift back to the farm. Now, Jackson and his crew worked on a quite nice farm. Upon arriving at the farm, there they met the owner, 2 individuals of the farm. Jazz, a reprogrammed orange Judgment, who had been found from a broken Judge satellite. Unfortunately for Duncan and Jackson, on the way back, they would be attacked by a bandit group. The woman who actually killed Jeanette's. And this greatly pissed off Duncan, because she actually carried around Jeanette's head as a trophy. Jackson would lose 3 of his crew members, but his crew members died fighting. They actually took out 14 people with them, so Jackson and Duncan thought that was a good payoff. And the bandits lost 12 Command Wolves and 4 Reaver Raptors to Duncan's Genus and Goliath. Gustav, after getting up there and marrying the kid of Jeanette, they returned to the farm with Jazz and its owner, Abraham. Oh geez, this is the end of the thing. Alright. Duncan would eventually work on the farm as a pilot of Uranus, as well as the pilot of the Genosaur. The Genosaur would live in the hangar alongside Gustav and Jackson's own personal Zoid, a command wolf, Toe. This version of the command wolf had missile pods in the back. Next story party acquired the Demon's Head Zoids. We enjoyed your party. Acquired the Duplicate Zoids. Claudia joined your party. Acquired the Fly Scissors and acquired the Shell Card Zoids. Before we do that, let's see how much. Ooh. Looks like we'll have to continue this on next week. I do go and just upgrade all these Zoids. And I'll keep talking about them for a bit longer, but after this I'm going to have to sign off. Anyway. Duncan would do numerous battles between his father and of course his brothers, all of whom used many powerful Zoids. Eventually his father would uncover the plans for the YAG Stinger, which was, for those of you who don't know, is an upgraded Death Stinger. Using the YAG Stinger he would critically damage the Rainer flown by Abraham, nearly killing Abraham, before the YAG Stinger would be driven off by, of course, Jackson and Duncan, using their two respective Zoids. But Duncan didn't actually really stick, would eventually become an owner of the farm, after, well, the wounds would eventually provide too much for Abraham, which caused Abraham to pass away. Jackson and Duncan would continue to run the farm together, and eventually would eventually get quite a bit more unique guns for the farm. What you ask? Well, going back to the satellite where Jazz was removed from, they took all the guns from it and used it as point defense guns. Not only that, but they also did quite a bit of more repair work on the farm, even putting up a bit of a force field around it. However, karma would come and bite Duncan's father in the arse. Humanity would eventually send a ship up, and there they would find the deceased remains of a graveyard, buried with all of that. People. Science team. Eventually they would track down Duncan, and Duncan would tell them the full story. The bodies would be taken back to Earth, including Jeanette's head, and everybody else. And yeah, that would be that. Anyway guys, I'm gonna have to cut the video, I'm gonna have to end the video here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will be doing, oops, sorry, just tilted my phone. We'll be doing more videos, and again, I'll be doing a live stream at some point this evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next time, we go and try and save Emperor. We got to try to find our way home. Rescue Van Flyheight's friends. See you next time.